What up gamers, I'm Jason, and today on Dice & Dragons I'm going to be unboxing the Gamora and Star-Lord hero packs for Marvel Champions the card game. Now this is of course published by Fantasy Flight Games, and Gamora was designed by Michael Boggs and Caleb Grace with Jeremy Zwimmer, and Star-Lord was designed by Michael Boggs and Caleb Grace. Now, what is Marvel Champions? Well, it is a living card game for 1 to 4 players where players will take on the role of their favorite Marvel heroes. They will face off against their favorite Marvel villains and must thwart the villain's scheme while working hard to defeat them, or else they will lose the scenario. Now, these 2 hero packs add 2 more Guardians of the Galaxy to the game, so let's take a look at what's in the box. Now we're going to take a quick look at what's in the box for the Gamora and Star-Lord expansions for Marvel Champions, the card game. We'll start with Gamora. So let's take a look at what we've got here. We'll move this over to the side. So here we've got the rules for Gamora, listing her starting deck. So with the Gamora hero pack, just some questions about 6 attack and or thwart events. So she's got some special attack and thwart events, and then explanation as to what her deck is. And also you get it. This is something that's new. It talks actually about how to build an aggression deck with Gamora. Now, and this is disappointing though, because in previous hero packs, you did have a list as to what their starting original deck was. We'll put this here. Let's open up the hero pack. Looking forward to checking this out. I know Julie and I are probably going to get this to the table at some point over the weekend. We've got this and Zombicide 2nd edition that are going to be taking up our time. Just being a little tricky to get open here. There we go. Easy to open packaging, but it's a little slick. So let's take a look at Gamora's card herself. So finesse, response after you play an attack event, remove 1 threat from a scheme. That's cool. Precision, response after you play a thwart event, deal 1 damage to an enemy. Let's see what she does as an alter ego. Skilled tactician, you may include up to 6 attack and or thwart events in your deck from aspects other than your chosen aspect. So she can do some pretty cool stuff. And then action, look at the top card of your deck. If that card is an attack or a thwart event, you get to draw it like that as well. So Nebula as an ally. After Nebula enters play, search your deck for an attack or a thwart event. Add it to your hand, but then you gotta shuffle your deck. Acrobatic moves, so she can deal 2 damage to the enemy. Cross counter. So when you take any amount of damage, prevent 3 of that damage, then you get to attack back and also thwart. Set the pace, remove 1 threat from a scheme. Decisive blow, deal 4 damage to an enemy, or 7 if you've played a thwart card. Forward momentum, remove 3 threat or 5 threat if you've played an attack card. Conditioning room, so you can exhaust some stuff to heal her up. Key instincts, so exhaust these to generate a wild resource. Her sword, so after you play an attack, you get to deal 1 damage to an enemy. Angela from Asgard, so pretty cool. After Angela enters play under your control, search the top 10 cards of the encounter deck for a minion, put it into play, engage with you. Then you got to shuffle the encounter deck. If a minion was not put into play this way, you got to discard Angela. I guess that's why she's 0. You get Clobber, which lets you deal 3 damage. If it's the first card you played in the round. Plan of attack, search the top 4 cards of your deck. Top 7 if you're in alter ego form for an attack event, then you get to add it to your hand. Uppercut, which we've seen before. Though she's got protection, so first hit, attack, deal 2 damage to the villain. Then when a minion initiates an attack, deal 2 damage to that minion. Pretty cool. Actually, I like that. Impede, remove 3 threat from the main scheme. If this is the first card you play this turn, return it to your hand. Combat training, Godslayer weapon. So when your hero makes a basic attack, exhaust Godslayer to get +2 attack. You can also get Drax as an ally. It's pretty cool. Drax cannot attack minions, which makes sense. He just wants to kill the big guy. Then hit and run. Attack / thwart. So deal 2 damage to an enemy / remove 2 threat from a scheme. Like that one a lot. We've got our standard doubles. Her unfulfilled destiny, which is her obligation. We've got sibling rivalry. There's Nebula as the enemy. Then we got a few things here. We'll keep a little keep some of the stuff secret. We can't spoil all of it. Then see what some of these new cards we get. For Justice Pivotal, deal 2 damage to the villain, 5 damage instead if there's no threat on the main scheme. Pretty cool. Comms Implant. So the attached ally gets +1 thwart and 1 hit point. I like that. True Grit. After your hero defends against an enemy attack, remove threat from the scheme equal to your hero's thwart. It's not too bad, but I'm not sure I like that one. Then Enhanced Reflexes. Exhaust Enhanced Reflexes to remove 1 energy counter. Generate a resource. That's not the best card. I don't know if that's going to come into play a lot. Well, let's take a look at Star-Lord now. Let's see what we have for him. Move this off to the side. Take a look at the rules. We didn't show Gamora's, but you always get the nice card art. So Star-Lord Leadership. So just some explanations as to what to do with his deck. The new keywords, Hinder, Piercing, and Range, which are included in Galaxy's Most Wanted. Unfortunately, as well, you don't actually get his deck list. So once you mix it up, you've mixed it up. But I don't think that's that big of a deal. It would be nice if there was some type of deck list resource for all the starting decks, just in case newer players are looking to, just get started and go with the game. So let's take a look at what we got here for Star-Lord. So each ally you control gains a Guardian trait. Pretty cool. Interrupt. When you play a card from your hand, deal yourself 1 face-down encounter card. And you get to reduce the cost to play that card by 3. That might not be so bad. Alter Ego Peter Quill. Search your deck and discard pile for a copy of the Element Gun upgrade and add it to your hand. Shuffle your deck. That's during setup. Pretty cool. Action. Choose a card in your hand. Swap that card with the top card of your deck. So if you don't like something, you can try to get it later. We've got Nova Prime. 2 thwart, 3 attack. Pretty cool. And after you play Nova Prime from your hand, defeat a non-elite minion. So you just get to defeat a minion. That's why he's so expensive. Daring Escape. Deal yourself 1 face-down encounter card, but you get to ready your hero. Gutsy Move. Remove 2 threat from a screen and 2 additional threat from that scheme for each face-down encounter card in front of you. Sliding Shot. Only if you control the Elemental Gun, deal 5 damage to an enemy. 2 additional damage for each face-down encounter card. Bad Boy. When you take any amount of damage from the villain's attack, discard this card to prevent all of that damage. Change to Alter Ego and draw 2 cards. I really like that support card. That's really cool. The Element Gun. So exhaust Element Gun and spend 1 resource of any type to deal 3 damage to an enemy, and the attack gains Piercing, so you can get both of those. Jet Boots gives you Aerial, and you can prevent 1 damage to your character. Leader of the Guardians, each character you control gets +1 thwart, so all your allies. And your helmet, while you're in hero form, you get +1 hand size for each face-down encounter card up to a max of 3. Pretty cool. So what do we got here? Adam Warlock. After Adam Warlock enters attacks or thwarts, discard 1 card at random. And then you get to do this. Remove 3 threat, heal 3 damage, deal 3 damage, or choose one of the above. You got Beta Ray Bill. After Beta Ray Bill attacks and defeats a minion, you get to remove 2 threat from the main scheme. Pretty cool. Yondu gains range, and his attacks do not retaliate. Air Supremacy, so choose up to X enemies. That's equal, where X is equal to the number of aerial characters you control, and you get to deal 3 damage to each of them. So you're really going to want to be getting allies into play with this deck. Each Guardian character gets +2 thwart and +2 attack, so great boost for all your allies. You get to ready an ally. Target Practice. Interrupt when an ally with a weapon upgrade makes an attack. Discard Target Practice and they get +2. I like that. So Power of Leadership. And we're going to want those with all the allies. Attached to a Guardian ally and they get +1 attack and overkill. Not sure if I love those, but still pretty cool. Cosmo. When Cosmo attacks or thwarts, name a card type and discard the top card of the deck. If the card is not of the name type, he does not take consequential damage, so you can just keep using him. CITT Vehicle. So exhaust and spend 2 resources of any type to ready a Guardian's character. I like that. Nowhere. You get to increase your ally limit by 1. And after a player plays a Guardian ally, exhaust Nowhere and they can draw a card. Pulse Grenade, so discard Pulse Grenade to choose an enemy, discard top 2 cards of the deck and hit them for the amount of boost there is. The bad stuff, we've got Banishment. But in Crime Syndicate, Mr. Knife is our enemy. And some of the new stuff that we get: dive bomb deals 7 damage to an enemy, 1 damage to each other enemy. That's like almost a must for Thor there. Agile flight, play if your identity has the aerial trait, remove a total of up to 5 threat from among the schemes. That's cool. And ready your hero and move 2 threat from the main scheme. I like that one. And then enhanced awareness, which just lets you generate a resource. Don't really love that one. So there you have it. We've now taken a look at all the components. Well, not the components. We've unboxed the 2 latest expansions for Marvel Champions. Now keep it right here, as I'll be coming back at you with a quick outro. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. If you like what you saw, don't forget to click that like button, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that YouTube will let you know when our next video is released. Also, down below in the video description, you'll find links to all of our social media feeds: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. If you would like to see pictures of Julie and I playing as Star-Lord and Gamora, you can take a look on those feeds. There will be plenty of them. Also, down below in the video description is our link to multizone.ca. Check out the link. You'll get 10% off your next purchase. And the great thing about that is a portion of that purchase is returned to us, so you can support the channel by checking it out. Also, you can probably pick up both of these expansions there as well. And now popping up in front of me are going to be links to some of our previously released videos. Over here will be our most recent release, and over here will take you back to our review of Marvel Champions' latest campaign expansion, Galaxy's Most Wanted. With that being said, don't forget, keep playing games.